You were out travelling. You were out away from the kibbutz.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, I got back to England with a bit of a broken heart. Sunderland poly. Didn't last very long. Discovered the drugs bit and got kicked out of halls of residence for smoking dope, and I sort of started mixing with kind of a subculture of two fingers up to the system sort of people. So there was lots of drugs and lots of sort of wild parties and lots of smashing things up and doing naughty stuff. And you know, my girlfriend at the time then bought herself a truck, an old truck, to go and do some festivals, you know, to travel around and do some festivals. So she bought that and did it out to live in, and I went along with her. And then after we'd done a few festivals, we kind of thought, well, we might as well just keep going. So we just ended up living on the road really in this truck.
Yeah.
And then we bumped into loads of other travellers and lots of other people that were doing the same sort of thing. And and I kind of find myself, you know, living the life of no fixed abode for about 7 years.
Okay. Yep. That's a long time.
Yeah, you know, and it kind of went down and downhill really, to that point where I was begging on the streets.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Begging on the streets to, you know, to get enough stuff to get my hit to fall asleep on the floor of the derelict caravan that was kind of, you know, the closest thing I had to a home at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, one of the things that really woke me up was when my best mate, he was supposed to be my best mate, you know, just turned on me one night. He was out of his face, and he had this axe in his hand. It was raised above his head, and he was really had this really mad look in his face, and was really threatening to do me some damage over some really insignificant little, you know, disagreement.
Yeah. And
I thought, you know, Miguel, you need to be, you know, a bit better choice of friends, I think. If this is your best mate, you know, what are you doing with your life? Where are you going? And I remember thinking, I need to get away from this guy, but there was a fear sort of thing. It's like, you know, it was like, well, okay, if I just say, look, mate, I'm off now, he's probably not going to take it all that well. And to be honest, I can't remember quite how it happened, but we parted company. And just as well, because I did later hear that about 3 months after we did part company, he died of a heroin overdose. So who knows, that might have been me with him that night if you know, if I hadn't decided I need to be headed somewhere else. That was the sort of the beginning of the end of that homelessness and that no fixed abode stuff. It was like I needed to do something different, but I didn't really know what I needed. I just knew what I was doing wasn't working for me anymore. The drugs weren't working, you know, I was miserable, and it was like I wasn't enjoying it anymore. The novelty had worn off. And I suppose if I fast forward a couple of years, I had a son. My partner got pregnant, we had a little boy, we were still living on the road at the time. I'd kind of hoped that having this little boy would turn me into a man and make me happy and make things feel better. You know, I thought maybe having children, maybe that's what does it.
Yeah.
Maybe that change on the outside will change what I'm feeling on the inside, you know. But it didn't. And it got to the point when he was about 2 years old, and I woke up one morning and thought, you know, this kid would be better off without me. He'd be better off being brought up by his mom and with me not in the picture at all. Because I was miserable, I was depressed, I was obnoxious, I was insecure, I was needy, I was angry, and I wasn't a nice person to be around. But I'd already said to my partner, look, if nothing else changes and if I can't get my act together, I'll go and see a counsellor. And I didn't really know what counselling was about or anything. I just knew that was what you did when your head was screwed up.
Okay.
You go and see a counsellor.
Yeah.
And I'd kind of reached the point where I knew my head was screwed up.